What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the How's Show with your boy Howard. What's going on, y'all? So we have a interesting update in reference to the Mahogany and Ghetto Macedonia Worship drama. And she sat down and did her first interview with Larry Reid live. And she went in depth and explained a whole lot and spilled tea on a whole lot about this situation and what transpired leading up to that situation that I found quite interesting and we need to talk about. Okay, so listen, grab your wine glass, juice, whatever you got, because we finna go for a light little ride. All right. So, like I always say, if you're new here, kick off your shoes and get comfortable because we family, baby. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, make sure you have your notifications turned on so you can be notified whenever I drop another banger like this. And without further ado, y'all ready? Let's get it.
Yes, I'm jaded. Most of the things I don't wanna say. I won't be around while you chase. You'll try to come back when you faint.
Okay, first things first, I was kind of shocked that Mahogany was even, I guess, ready to do an interview or something like that, because I know this has probably been a lot for her, and her keeping silent throughout this whole ordeal and moving with the Christ-like mindset, it's actually been working in her favor. I mean, she's living proof to silence is golden, because she has not really had to say anything, because God is just letting her walk into her purpose from this situation to be her stepping stool. So on the interview, it's actually like an hour and something long. I watched the whole thing, but I'm going to go into the part where she getting into the meat and potatoes of the interview, which is what everybody was wanting to know. What exactly happened? How did it happen? What led up to it happen? And I think that when you hear what really transpired, it just makes a whole lot of it make sense. And it makes them over there, Ghetto Macedonia Worship, look even more ridiculous and crazy and not Christ-like, just being honest. But before I share the screen, just be advised that that lady said she had already put in her letter of resignation from Macedonia Worship the Sunday before that craziness happened, right? You're going to also hear what she even stated, that the situation with the hug was an issue because Pastor Cassandra stepped to that lady in the back area of the church and asked her, did she look at her funny? Which is weird for a pastor to charge anybody up in the church house. It's just weird and ghetto, like real ghetto. But I just think that it's just so interesting because she puts all the pieces that were missing together throughout this whole situation, and it make sense to me. I'm going to share the screen now, though, so y'all can get in on a little bit of this. Let me mute my mic, y'all.
Of speaking with you.
Mm-hmm.
When did that happen? Where did it happen? And how did that go?
Well, the moment that she was referring to was about 2 minutes before the video that y'all saw. So just to preface this by saying, by the time that conversation happened, the previous Sunday, I had given my resignation. So I had given my resignation, and she approached me to talk about something else, and I was getting ready to go minister, so I was kind of in a rush. She said something that was kind of out of the way to me, but I wasn't really interested in talking about it. So,
what was it she said to you out of the way?
Well, Larry, I guess I might as well spill the tea. So she asked me if I looked at her and turned my nose up.
I just want to say, how ghetto is that? Have y'all ever heard of a pastor going charge up a praise leader or anybody in the church, asking them some mess like this? This is so hood ghetto, backdoor ghetto. This is just that BYOB mentality. And for y'all that don't know, that's also what Pastor Cassandra give me. She go to them BYOB, bring your own beer, juke joint clubs and functions to have a good time. She just give me that. So it's crazy to hear this, but it really seemed like it's also on brand for Pastor Cassandra, if y'all understand what I'm saying. She give me every bit of that.
So she felt as though you had looked at her and turned your nose up.
Yes.
Was that true?
No.
So what was it that you did that she possibly mistook
So this is what happened. I was in the conference room where we typically hang out before we go up to pastor. That's kind of where we pray, consecrate, and just get our minds and heart ready for worship, right? So everyone else had already gone out, and I was the last one hanging behind. I was just putting some things away in my purse. The door was open, so I heard footsteps going by. I turned around, and it was her walking by. I went back to what I was doing. Mm-hmm. And that's when she walked into the conference room and asked me that question. Mm-hmm. And I was taken aback because I was like, well, why would you ask me that? So of course I said no. I wasn't really, I just saw that it was her, and I went back to what I was doing because I was, getting ready to go and minister. I had to get up there quickly. So then she said, "Oh, okay." She went in for a hug. I wasn't really feeling it because of what she just said. And then she says, "Oh, that's okay. We can talk about it later." By that point, I just felt like the conversation would have been unproductive, so I just declined to talk about it. Mm-hmm. And then that's.
Now, how crazy is that? You call yourself as the pastor coming to charge this girl up and step to her like a female out the streets, like you checking her, charging this girl up. And after she tells you, like, no, I'm not on that, but of course she's feeling away now, like, what's wrong with this woman? Then you ask, I guess, to try to go in for a hug. And as y'all just heard, she wasn't feeling that. I don't know nobody that's going to feel like hugging you right after you came and charged me up on some crazy rah-rah in the church house too. No, baby, I don't want to hug you. What is hugging you going to benefit me when you already in your feelings about something that it seemed like you done created in your own mind? We ain't got nothing to hug about. She needs to be happy with that half hug that Mahogany gave her, because she would have got 3/4 of a hug with me. Maybe even none at all. Maybe this. But like maybe this. Bag up. Going on with all of that. That's what talking about fake. That's fake. She may want to talk about fake. But how you charging me up because you got animosity in your heart that you done created, but then want to go in for a hug on me to paint me as the bad guy and make you look like you still was moving in love? No, baby, you was actually the one that really was being fake while you talking about, I don't do fake. I don't do fake. Yeah, that is fake. Why we gotta act like we cool now after you to charge me up like this? No, boo, it's her. I'm telling y'all. That Pastor Cassandra is a mess. I knew this. I knew she was the common denominator, and whatever it was, she was behind it, and it was her fault. I knew it.
She asked me when was my last Sunday, and I told her that it was the following Sunday, which would have been this past Sunday. So after she confirmed that information, we walked out of the conference room together, and then we went on stage together. And then you saw what happened in the video.
Man. So for me, I've been pastoring for how long, y'all? Jesus Christ, since 1997. What is this, 2025? So count all them years. You said you were in counseling, right?
Years. And to your point, I did want to add that I was not the only paid music staff there. The rest of the praise team was also paid.
Okay, great.
So there was, leading up to when I tendered my resignation, there were some budgetary issues. And
just to keep y'all up and make sure we clear, I want to make sure y'all heard what that lady saying during all of this. They had already had a discussion weeks prior about some budgetary issues. She also stated that basically everybody on the praise team, they was getting paid as well. She wasn't the only one that was getting paid. The rest of them were as well. But this is where it all comes together and makes sense when you hear this part here. So listen.
So, just to make clear that as a praise and worship leader, I wouldn't ask my team to do anything that I wouldn't do. Mm. And so when it was brought to me that they wanted to make the praise team volunteer based rather, with the exception of me, praise and worship leader, I couldn't take it.
Yeah.
Because my people, they work hard. We work hard together to bring an excellent worship experience. Well, as excellent as we know how, to the people of Macedonia.
And again, to make sure y'all caught up and on point, the root of all of this is that situation there where they stepped to this girl with basically this offer where they wanted the rest of the praise team to work for free in layman's terms. They wanted them to work for free and not be paid and just to pay Mahogany. But Mahogany being a girl of character and a team player, she declined the offer because like she said, she's not going to ask her team to take nothing or accept anything that she wouldn't accept. She was placing herself in their shoes as well without even saying it. Because it's like, no, like we doing this together. We built this together. I'm not going to take pay from y'all just because y'all having budgeting issues and leave the rest of my people out to dry when they working just as hard as me up here every Sunday to make us look good and, you know, performing our best self. No, that says a lot about her character and how great of a person she really, really is.
And so to find out that my people weren't going to be getting paid, but I was still going to be getting paid, it kind of, you know, threw me for a loop. And I couldn't really ask them. I couldn't really ask them to not be paid while I was still being paid. It just didn't feel right.
When did you find out the information?
This happened a few weeks back. So there was some, you know, some talk and some concerns surrounding the change in the pay scale, which led to some, you know, some words being had, some comments being made, which subsequently led to me resigning.
This is just a domino effect from the weeks that led up to this situation that happened 2 Sundays ago with this woman. But it shows great character that she was not willing to take that offer without her team still being compensated as well. That says a lot about that woman and her character. I love that about people like that. That is so much to be commended for. I just can't believe that they gave all of that. They and their feelings on the back end because this woman had put in her letter of resignation because she refused to let y'all give her offer without providing the same or something close to it for her peers and the rest of the people in the praise team that's a part of her and have helped her. That says a lot about them. So yeah, you can tell that's what all of this led up to. And it's sad because it's like all this led up to this situation where you call it Mahogany. It makes it look like because y'all was already upsetting in y'all feelings with this woman because she declined y'all offer and y'all knew she was leaving anyway. It's almost like y'all calculated this. I mean, it come off like Bishop Pope and Pastor Cassandra probably was at home gossiping and pillow talking and with the rest of the messy folks in the congregation that they did have on their side. And they probably was like, oh, she didn't take our offer and she leaving too. It's given before you go. I got something for you. That's what that sound like to me, y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all got from this, but that's what that sound like to me. That they was in their feelings and that was supposed to have been a before you leave. Gotcha. And that's why y'all are still getting the backlash that y'all are getting because God said high and look low and he's seen all of this and how y'all was trying to do this girl and he made it work out for her good. Ain't that something? See that? That's what you call favor. Favor ain't fair, baby. Don't mess with God's people. I'm telling you. You better leave them alone. Don't do that. Don't be like Cassandra. That was pretty much the part I wanted to make sure we was able to get. And then she sung. He asked her to sing. And I want to try to get that clip in here, y'all.
Now, Mahogany, we want music. First of all,
I'm working on it.
Hold on. I saw a video you singing and I shared it. Now, Mahogany, you got to sing us something right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Okay, so what we doing? What not?
Anything that's in your heart, that's in your spirit. Maybe it's something as a result of all of this. Maybe it's a new song that you're working on. But I want to hear you.
Let's see. Great is thy faithfulness, O God, my Father. There is no shadow of turning with thee. Thou changest not, thy compassions, they fail not. As thou hast been and forever will be. Great is thy faithfulness, oh, great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hand has provided. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy
So that was pretty much it. But I do want to say, I take my opinion back. The last one I had about her, when she was messing up on the stage, she really can sing. Now, Larry Reid, let me tell you something, Larry Reid. If you're going to be interviewing people, baby, please make sure you got a microphone at work, because we couldn't even really get her hitting the hot note, but we know she hit it. But baby, you want to get that fixed. You told me that's a new studio. I need you to get that fixed, because we really wanted to hear that. But you can tell she really can sing. Listen, I'm rooting for Mahogany. I hope she continues to rise above. I pray to God this thing gets bigger than she or we or Pastor Cassandra could have ever imagined. I do. I like her. I really do like Mahogany. And like I said, that lady can sing. Shout out to you, Mahogany. That lady can sing a tune. I wanted to hear some more in the cool. Y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all thoughts is around this whole ordeal, especially after finding out the thing that we know now. And we can talk about it in the comments. It was a great interview all in all. Y'all should go and check it out on Larry Reid Live channel, because it really is good. I love you guys. Thank y'all for supporting me. Make sure that y'all are liking and subscribing. I said, make sure you liking and subscribing. Also, make sure you have your notifications turned on so you can be notified whenever I drop another banger like this. I love y'all. Peace.
Oh babe, oh babe, oh yeah, oh yeah. Why is this so for me? Oh yeah, just man, alright. Oh yeah, why is this so for me? Oh yeah,